Let me ask you, Gerald, is a vote for an alternative party, a third party, or fourth party, or fifth party that aligns closely with your particular personal beliefs a viable choice? And does it send a message that can influence the major parties?
No. First of all, it sends no message to them at all. They could care less about any message. And about pestering, as Nick said, the elected officials are quite pestering. They're not going to. They only respond to money. And no, because what happens is when you vote for a third-party candidate, be a Libertarian, a Green Party, or anybody else, you get a small percentage of the votes, and then things go on. And it's business as usual. And the argument about the Gore and the Nader, I mean, you could use that same argument for Perot when he got 19% of the vote and took it away from Bush, and Clinton got in. So that argument that, well, you didn't vote for my guy, and that's why we have this thing, blah, 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 that's just partisan politics. But it really goes back to, like Nick was saying, he would like to see, to paraphrase what he said, the Greens and Libertarians get in on the debate, but he doesn't think that would happen in the corporate-run media. Yeah, no kidding. The whole thing is controlled. So you can't have it both ways. If you want to support a lesser of two evils, as I say, knock yourself out. Think for yourself. I will not be a party to it. I will not be an accessory to the crime by supporting a lesser of two evils. And to me, as I said, it's a two-headed one-party system. You look at all the crucial issues. Oh, here's another one, folks. All you Obama apologists. I remember him going up to Detroit and in Michigan and Ohio and Pennsylvania, said how he was going to revisit NAFTA. I remember that. Revisit it? Never looked at it. They say things, they'll say anything. They're politicians. Why can't we look at politicians? We know that murderers are murderers. We know that thieves are thieves. We know that whores are whores. Why can't we call politicians what they are? A bunch of self-serving, ranging between sociopaths and psychopaths that want to run your life.
What's different about this country that coalesces everything around a two-party competition, which, as you say, is really two sides of the same coin, while in other countries, I'll use Canada as an example, other parties have become meaningful players in the political system to the point that a social democratic bordering on socialist party, which started out small, has now become the main opposition party in the country, and according to the polls right now, the next election a couple of years from now will make it the governing party of Canada.
The same thing is happening over in Italy with the five-star movement, because the corrupt politicians in this country have made the obstacles to entering into it almost impossible. And now the Supreme Court has ruled that money could flow in from all over the world, and as you're seeing with that guy Adelson, who's dumped money into Newt Gingrich, the gambling casino owner, and one after another, you have to have money to run. This is not, it's not a democracy. It's the merger of state and corporate powers by definition, by the way, is called fascism. And it's becoming more and more of that. As Nick said, the corporate control media, corporate this, corporate that. It's corporate everything.
You make it sound hopeless. So
Again,
if you don't vote at all, and essentially withdraw from that last avenue that you have, what stops the takeover from becoming complete?
It's complete now. It's just which one's going to run which mob group is going to control most of the action. And again, I'm saying if 40% or less, that's my motto, 40% or less, we want another slate of candidates, put everything on hold. You guys don't have to do anything. We got enough laws. I love this term, by the way, that they give themselves. Lawmakers. Lawmakers. Yeah, like right after the Ten Commandments, these guys got in and make laws. We don't need any more laws. Just take it easy. Let's have another election. Put up another slate of candidates. You guys are a bunch of losers. We don't want either of you.
263 WXXI. We're talking to Gerald Celente of the Trends Journal. He's on the line with us for the Hudson Valley here on 1370 Connection. I'm Bob Smith with you on WXXI AM 1370. I do believe we have Tammy on the line next. And hi, you're on the air.
Hi, I like this guy. I just tuned in, but I like what you're saying, and I'd love to hear your comments instead of not voting. Let's all not pay our taxes.
Well, look, I agree. I would like to call a tax holiday, and until that they readjust things, I would love to do something like that. I'd be totally in favor. But I don't want to go to jail either. So I can't recommend something like that. Again, you tuned in late. I just told you some of the provisions under the National Defense Authorization Act. Do you know that the military can now take over police duties? They repealed the 1878 Posse Comitatus Act. People have no idea the rights that are being lost under this great liberal president, by the way, Obama. So yeah, no, I would agree. Let's do something different with the tax situation. But again, the system has to change.
Hey, dude, thank you for checking in. Let's go next to Sam in the city. Hi, Sam, you're on the air.
Hi there. Thanks for taking my call. So I haven't listened to the whole conversation, but I was wondering if it might instead be effective to tell everyone to vote not for Republicans or Democrats, but my thought is that if a huge number of people vote, much more than we usually have in a national election, then wouldn't that send a message that people really do want things to change? I mean, I'm not saying that having no one vote wouldn't work, but I was wondering what the guests' thoughts were about that.
They could care less about messages. They do what they want. Look at the polls. Here's a message for you. How many people were against the TARP bailouts? They did them anyway. Mm-hmm. You go after one issue after another where the people come on down on against the things, and you know what the politicians say? Well, that's why I was elected, to make these hard decisions. No, you weren't. You were elected to carry out our will. The will of the people is not being carried out, issue after issue. Again, look what happened over in Greece. The people just voted to bring in a person that was going to give them more austerity measures. Great. If that's what they want, terrific. They went out and did it. What I'm saying is that you look at this election, and I guarantee that the most people that you talk with are going to vote for either, if they're Republican, it's going to be anybody but Obama, because they can't jump on board really very enthusiastically with Romney. And with the Democrats, it's going to be things like, well, that Obama getting in now, this is his last time he'll have to run for re-election. Now he could do all those things that he didn't do but said he was going to do. It's going to be a lesser of two evils election. Nothing is going to change.
All right. Well, thank you.
Hey, dude, thank you very much for checking in. 263 WXXI. Time to hear from Trudy on the line. And hi, Trudy, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hi. I just listened to your guest. I just can listen for the whole hour. He is tremendous. He tells the truth. I just got back from Germany 3 weeks. I'm originally from there. And Germany has a multi-party system, which is better than having just two parties. But anyways, I just think what this guest is saying is the truth. I would vote for him. Really. He's great. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much for calling.
Judy.
What's your thought about that? Would you ever see yourself as a direct participant in the system again?
No. There's that great line by Eisenhower that you're either crazy or something, that if you seek the office. What Trudy said about what's going on in Germany. They're just bringing out now this EU deal of the bailouts. They're bringing it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's not as rigged as ours over here. And also in Germany, the Stuttgart 21. They wanted to rip down the Stuttgart station. The people went out and said no. And in Germany they have the Pirate Party out of nothing. You know, there are other options. There are other opportunities. You know, what are we going to vote for? The Republicans or the Democrats? I got it. How about Coke or Pepsi, McDonald's or Burger King? Either one of them, drink them or eat them, they're going to kill you. And that's what we have now. We know what they've delivered. How many times do people have to see it? How many times do people have to see it? You know, I just heard, Anderson Cooper came out on CNN and said he was gay, well, no kidding. When's George Bush going to come out and say he was stupid? How could people keep tolerating these people to ruin and run their lives? And again, Bob, it comes back to me. It comes back to the individual. Nothing is going to change until the individual reaches to a higher level and stops looking for people to lead them.
So what, in your view, would constitute success, would constitute a successful change or reorientation of the direction of the country, presuming that we want it to stay or become truly democratic and truly reflective of the popular will?
First of all, I believe in direct democracy, as the Swiss do. Anytime there's a major issue, they put it up for a referendum. Like right here in New York, we have fracking. And you want to see how the system is skewed? The gas industry spends tens of millions of dollars to promote fracking, hydrofracking. Put it on the ballot. I don't need Andrew Cuomo or anybody else telling me the benefits of fracking. I could think for myself. Put it on the ballot. Let me vote. I don't need some politician who got paid off to vote for me. Let the people vote. Look at, and then the people say, well, Switzerland only has 7 million people. So what? You put it on the ballot. You vote for 7 million, you vote 20 million. It makes no difference. And by the way, the stupid voting system we have is ridiculous. If we could bank online, we could vote online. Oh, the systems are going to be hacked? Yeah, just like they hacked them in 2000, 2004, and in virtually every other election. At least with online voting, we could have really true transparency and algorithms to really let us know what the deal is. So let the people vote. You want to go to war? Let the people vote. Let the people vote. We do not have a representative form of government. The only people the politicians represent are the people that give them the most amount of money.
So basically, if you want to understand public policy, follow the money.
It's clear as day. I mean, look, everything that they do. Look at the one that just came out in New York about the gambling thing, about one of Cuomo's aides, whoever was doing it, getting all this money from the gambling interests. It's all, again, I was there. I know what it looks like. And you know what the sad part is? How cheaply politicians could be paid off. But hey, as I said, why we call thieves thieves, murderers murderers, prostitutes prostitutes. Let's call politicians what they are. Same thing.
And with that, I wish we had more time. I imagine we could probably talk for all of the afternoon. I know a lot of more people want to get on the line, and unfortunately, we have to disappoint them, and we have to only have the time to say thank you to our guest of the hour, Gerald Celente, publisher and editor of the Trends Journal, calling on a voter strike as we head toward Independence Day 2012. Gerald, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me, Bob, and giving me this forum that's so open and free.